How we doing, everybody? How we doing, everybody? How we doing, everybody?
How we doing, everybody? My name is Randy Phillips here of the Rough and Fenders Podcast Shop Tour, where we talk anything and everything about racing from north to south at various shops we go and visit. Uncut, unedited, and no bullshit.
Anyone say just go back to the pit? Well, he fucked up. And he can kiss my dick.
Where we talk about rules.
I don't know, we got all these rules.
Feuds that we see on the track.
I've been waiting for this all year. You've been running it in the back of my hole for like 5 years. Running inside of me, blaming me. Watch the video, bud. Rain check it. I raced you just like you did. The only difference was I did it for the win.
And talk to various drivers in their shop where they cut their teeth, bled their blood, and made their name in the sport that we love of short track racing.
Radiating the motors in and out. We're just kind of my nose on a tree.
So kick back, relax, and grab a road soda and enjoy the various drivers that we go and meet. And now on with the show.
That's all he says every time. We should do this, we should do that. You scared?
How we doing, everybody? My name is Randy Phillips here of the Roughing Fenders Podcast. This week we ain't going to go live or anything like that. We're all getting out of our food coma after going to see family this Sunday. But I had to give you guys something at least to listen to throughout your work day. We're going to be covering New Hampshire Motor Speedway, what's coming up next for Star, hacks throughout ACT. Yeah, it's just gonna be a whole thing. But first, we're gonna start off with just a rebuttal back to the other podcast. They can go on their live show and they can say all this stuff, and like at the end of the day, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you don't like my podcast. I don't care if you don't agree with it or anything like that. But as long as you listened and as long as you reacted, I know I got your attention, and that's all I had to do. I did it with the shirt, I did it with the stickers, I did it with everything. So that's how I leave it at. Just the rebuttal on what they said. They have better shit to do. I got letters that's in the fucking dumpster right now about it that says you obviously have some time to kill to be all butthurt about a shirt, but nonetheless, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you guys, and I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth. It is what it is. If you guys don't like what I have to say, just change the channel, go listen to the other 7 podcasts that cover the same stuff, and we move on from there. And that's what it's going to be like. And from here on, that's going to be a step forward. I'm sure that opening day somewhere, we're going to piss a lot of people off, and I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. And if I can twist your arm, or if I can make you react or something like that, at least as my point is getting across. And that's how I always been. I'm just a racer. I just say how it is, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like it, I mean, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and lose sleep over it or cry and send letters or get hurt or whatever the case may be. I don't care. I literally shit post on 5 different accounts for a reason, because you guys sit there and you guys like report it and all this stuff. And I mean, I get it. People don't want to see the stuff on Facebook, and I just sit there and I just laugh. And if it makes me laugh, I share it. If it makes me laugh, I'll write it. If it makes me laugh, I just enjoy it. People take social media a little bit too serious, but it is what it is. 5 accounts for a reason. I shit post on my fucking regular account, and I don't give 2 shits at the end of the day, and we move on from there. But that's the last thing I'm going to say about it. If people want to keep being mad and all that stuff, go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and play your fucking bullshit, fucking politics and all this other shit. I'm here as a person that just looks out for racers, and that's it. And if it's fucking bullshit, I'm going to say it's bullshit, because it doesn't help some of the guys out, and it doesn't help, even if it does help another set of the guys. It doesn't make any sense. But other than that, I mean, best of luck to everybody that this season doing that stuff. But that's the last thing I'm going to say about it. I mean, there's no reason for me to sit here and drag it on any longer. But I just wanted to make sure that I made that rebuttal back to you guys, because obviously you guys have enough time to sit here and send me letters and cry and do all this stuff and make jokes on your podcast and all that stuff. But you have better stuff to do. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Can't even remember your rookie of the year in the Pure Sox moving up to the Ridge Runners, but God forbid you don't have enough to do. Makes sense. Maybe you guys should learn who's racing there and value them a little bit better and go from there. But other than that, we went off to New Hampshire Motor Speedway Friday with the whole Desmond Skillins crew. We brought 2 cars. Emerson Kerr borrowed our twin car that we came in second last year with to I think Emerson himself, actually. He came out and borrowed one of the twin car. And when I say it was a twin car, I mean, when they were out there together in practice on Friday, you literally could not tell the difference. I mean, Emerson tried to make it an attempt to make it a little bit different with red, I shit you not, red tape, and try to make it an 8. And I value his effort. He's a cool dude. I definitely want to get him on the podcast. He's been doing this for a while and definitely an awesome dude. It was awesome to sit down with him and watch him struggle in the food line because they wouldn't get him his burger in time. But nonetheless, I mean, he's a cool dude. And I mean, the twin car did pretty decent. First day, there was no race monitor. So as long as it looked good out there, that's what it was. But we ran into some problems. He had an axle seal. Emerson had an axle seal go, so we replaced that at the end of the day. And then Desmond, it was one thing after another. If it wasn't excuse me, if it wasn't a spark plug going loose and blowing right out of cylinder 1, it was picking up debris because Nick Skillings blew up on the backstretch and ripping our belt right off the pulley and bending the pulley. And it was just New Hampshire Motor Speedway things. Like it was always quirky little things, and then forgetting to put gas in it. I don't know what's wrong. I'll tell you what's wrong with it. You ain't got no gas in it. One of those moments. So it was just a Friday. It was a Friday at New Hampshire Motor Speedway for us. A lot of I mean, there was late model guys ripping the front off their late models, or the rear clips off their late models, just doing practice. And it's just one of those things. We had a better day than those guys, and hopefully those 2 competitors, they walked away and they were safe, probably a little bit sore because these walls do not move nicely. These things are concrete. I don't know if they have safer barriers in them, but definitely when you hit them, you know when you hit them. So yeah, I mean, if you wreck here, you might as well just put it in a box in pieces and head home if you're lucky. You know what I mean? A lot of people experience that. But Friday it was good. There was a lot of competitors racing. There was over 40 late models. That was cool to see. Mods were out there. We had our mini stocks, and then street stocks. There was 27 of them. In total, I think it was 20 to 23 on Friday, but most of them were pretty decent. I mean, Anthony Moore came out, and even with him being there for his first time ever and going to puke at the trailer before going out for practice, he laid down a fat lap. Chris Watson and Jimmy Renfrew were up front, as known. Same with Ryan Waterman. Got to sit down. Well, not sit down. I didn't really have any time to do anything on Friday. That's why we didn't have any interviews or anything. We were working on 3 cars with Nick blowing up, Desmond having all these gremlins, and then Kerr, we literally just set toe on it and call it good. But other than that, so like I said, I was talking to Ryan, and they were all pretty fast. Cole Robinson, he was fast too, and then got a little loose underneath Chris Rando, and yep, just parked it backwards into the fence and absolutely shoved everything from the left rear to the center. I mean, I thought it wasn't that bad, and then when I looked at the floor tin, it looked worse. So I feel bad for Cole. He traveled a long way, just like Chris Watson and all those guys from Speedway 95, Bangor, deep north to Loudon to race, and definitely a tough break for Cole Robinson. Hopefully he went and got one of those step on your dick shirts just as a joke. He wasn't too happy. I didn't know he wrecked until I came back over from the food line, but nonetheless, it was definitely a Friday for trying to figure out what we're doing and trying to figure out what to do for tomorrow. But nonetheless, Saturday it got rained out, or they just called it because they didn't want to put people at risk. You guys can probably hear my little guy screaming in the background. But nonetheless, we canceled Saturday. And when that happened, I pretty much told Desmond, I was like, I already got things to do. People to see, all that stuff. I had family stuff that I had to go do, so we just cut our losses, went home, and spent some quality time with the girlfriend's family, with Boone, and with his little suspenders, like everybody saw, and myself. Then we went into my side of the family and went and saw my old man, and we went and did dinner there and got cannoli. It was a great time. I mean, with how Kaylin's sleeping schedule is right now, it was definitely great to see her just passed out like me freaking 4 years ago at UNH after drinking real hard. But definitely a great thing. But I got to watch some of New Hampshire Motor Speedway today with the mini stocks. We had street stocks, ACT, pass, MRS, and the trucks. All did their battles. Mini stock started off first. Again, Desmond started fourth, I believe, came out of 2 and dropped down to 3 cylinders right away, and then limped it all the way back to 4th place. But the top 3 was Nick Anderson. He was battling a oil pressure issue all Friday, and hopefully that figured it out. We gave him a little bit of tips to make him not build so much pressure, but looked like it didn't stop him at all. He was definitely on rails. Joe Kendall came out of retirement with his flip-flops and definitely 70s hair. I love seeing him out there every time, even if it's like a late model, a mod, or whatever he's driving, a mini stock. He's definitely a cool dude. So he came in second, and then Emerson Kerr with our twin car rounded out the top 3 for the mini stock. So it's pretty much green to checkered, and we lost the motor, so we'll do that, and we'll figure out what we can do for the Bunny Brawl. Hopefully we have enough time to do that. Street stocks, well, no, that wasn't next. But before that, I skipped ahead a little bit. Heat races, it was the heat races for the mini stocks. The SLM heats 1 and 2 were good. I don't know what happened in the super late model heat 3. We're gonna dive into this a little bit. So to start off, Gabe Brown started the race, and then whoever was in third was pushing him, and then all of a sudden just wanted to turn left. All of a sudden, after pushing him, hooked Gabe right towards the fence. He tried to save it off the guy that was on the outside, P2, and looped it back down to the front stretch. I don't know what happened there, but that wasn't even the worst thing about it. So in that same heat race, I want to say, what was that kid's name? Tomasi. I got to try to remember his first name. Guy we've been cutting down all day or whatever the fuck. But I mean, if you saw the thing, you literally look at it and you go, what the fuck? Tyler Tomasi. Definitely not clear with contact on the straightaway, trying to get around Derek Griffith that was having problems with his late model. Definitely took a hard left at the end of the straightaway going into turn 1 and ended up backwards because he self-cleared off the guy behind, underneath him. After that happened, Tyler slides backwards and hits Derek Griffith in the left front, and that just sends them both to the outside wall. And I'm sure that Derek had no idea that shit was coming at all. You know what I mean? It's just nothing at all. And that was probably one of the hardest hits I've ever heard, ever. And a lot of people came up to me, well, not came up to me, contacted me and was like, that hit was the hardest hit. Like I was in the freaking food line, or I was in the shitter, or wherever. I was out fucking walking my dog near my car, and we could hear that. It was a hard hit. It was a really hard hit. And he climbed the wall, rolled it. And I mean, that was definitely a really hard hit. I mean, these guys are doing $130 and probably even more. I'm probably just ballparking it, but, definitely definitely one of the hardest hits I've ever seen someone take. And I'm glad that Derek walked away and he's all good, and he's probably going to be sore tomorrow, and probably everybody needs to send him Advil or a Aleve or Icy Hot for his back or whatever, because he is going to be sore. But I'm glad that he could walk away from it and everything like that. Stafford turned for Wall, turned into tore up Tyler Tomasi for it. There was a lot of people saying that I don't understand why he would all of a sudden turn left, but I get it. I mean, he was trying to do the close-in speeds there is ridiculous. I mean, it's unbelievable. We found that out when we had 30 mini stocks there the first time we ever went, and all of a sudden this guy just comes off pit road and just comes straight out into turn one right in front of us, and I was like, oh geez, you know what I mean? It's just one of those moments, and it looked like that a little bit, but you got a spotter, and I don't know what happened, but there was a couple people that were up in the spotter stand that said that when race control came up there and was like, what the fuck, he didn't even want to speak up that he was the spotter. So I don't know what happened there, and I can't say that I do. And I just went off of the video and what other spotters up there were saying, that it was just pretty much he just made his own decision, which it was in an instant. But at the same time, I mean, fuck. I mean, that must have been a hard hit. I mean, that's driver door towards cement. I mean, he probably rung his bell, but Derek definitely got the worst of that. That car's probably fucking junk. I mean, it looks like a bow and arrow. The thing bent so hard. So hopefully Derek and those guys can get another car together and see them back out there. Jimmy Hebert, he wrecked in the feature. Yeah, I think he wrecked in the feature. So we'll get back to that. There wasn't nothing more for the heat races that I could talk on. I mean, there was a lot of aggressiveness in the ACT. It just says SLM, so I think they just put ACT and PASS together. I'm not sure. I'm just going off a race monitor. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? So, well, I did watch it too, but they didn't really. Yeah. I think it was just SLM. If you could bring an ACT car, you could, or whatever. Yeah, I think that's what it was, because no, there was two different things. Where's the other one? Hold on a second. There's MRS, and then there's that. Huh. Hold on, I'm trying to figure that out, because maybe they were on their own thing. ECT didn't look that bad. Maybe that's what I'm talking about, and I just have nothing on it. I think that's what I'm talking about, and I have nothing on it. Nonetheless, I'm going to try to find that while I sit here and banter about that. I don't know. Yeah, what the fuck? Anyways, I couldn't tell you. People will probably contact me and tell me what's what. I'm going off a race monitor. It really doesn't tell me what's what here. There's NHMS, SLM, street trucks. That's it. And then there was MRS, which had their own thing, but that's about it. There's no ACT or anything. So if anybody could find that for me, let me know, because there was only two things. There was only two things. So maybe ACT was on their own thing. Anyways, it was either the SLMs or the ACT guys that had all the stuff happen. but nonetheless, I can't really speak on it. But there was a lot of aggressive guys. Pretty much, that's what it was. And I don't know if it was an ACT, if it was SLM. We're all fucking knocking the cobwebs off and just trying to get going. Jimmy Hebert, he wrecked in the feature. He put a post that he asked his wife if he could try to get it ready for Thunder Road, and she said, I would expect nothing less, so hopefully he gets her a bigger ring if he has enough cost left over. Just giving him shit. But I know ACT was there. Derek Glue whatever. I'll get it right when I talk to him. I just don't. I probably got it right the first time, but we'll try. We'll keep trying. It's just like Jerry D. So we're just gonna call him Derek G. He won the ACT. I believe Austin McDonald, he won the Pass SLM feature. So definitely great to see for both respected camps. Brandon Barker came in second. Joe Pastor came in third. But nonetheless, like, everybody was just trying to knock out the cobwebs. There was a lot of aggressive moves that didn't need to be there, and people just needed to wind down a little bit. But nonetheless, I'm gonna bounce around here. It was just everybody just getting back into the swing of things, whether if that meant putting your stuff in a box after you were done or rolling it back in and under its own power. It was all depending on what it was, but it is what it is. I can't find anything on the fucking finish or anything, so yeah, just step on my dick right there a little bit. Nonetheless, Derek G won that, so congrats to him. I don't know who was second or third. As I said, I was spending time with family today, but going to the street stocks, Chris Watson started 10th in his heat race. I think they only had fucking... How many laps did they get in the heat? That's NHMS. Fuck them. Oh, so in 6 laps, Chris Watson came from 10th to 1st, so he won his heat race. He got to start pole, or outside pole, and then it was Jimmy Jr. at the start of it, and they put on a show for shit until the last caution, and then Jimmy pulled away at the last moment. But Chris Watson and him put on a show with Ryan Waterman and Tail that whole time, and definitely a great thing to watch and everything. And then after after it was all said and done, people just saying like a late model race in a street stock or anything like that. And like, I get it. I get why people think that stuff, and they think that Jimmy has all this money, and I get it. There's a lot of people that get on that kid for who knows why, but everybody has their own reason, you know what I mean? And just like anybody, I bet a lot of people fucking hate me by the way I do some stuff with them, and then some people love the shit out of me because I call it how it is. It's just what it is. But there was someone saying late model, and I was like, there's no way, dude. I was like, I know the freaking chassis builder that built the fucking car. Like we had him on the fucking podcast. Like, there's nothing special that's done. He just does his homework, just like Chris Watson and Ryan Waterman and all the top runners do. They just make it work, and that's what it is. And Jimmy Jr. and Chris Watson had good battles last year throughout the thing, and people saying that this tour is not going to take off doesn't make any sense. Speedway 95 having all their rules changes, and Oxford getting rid of them somewhat altogether and doing all this stuff. This stuff is only going to grow, and these guys are just going to keep growing. I mean, 27. I mean, that's good for an open, and especially going to fucking New Hampshire Motor Speedway. A lot of people are scared of that place, which I understand, because it's a fucking big ass 1 mile long fucking track that you're doing a shit ton of speed into the corner. And if someone fucks up, you guys are headed, and there's no way you can do anything about it. One thing I did realize is that I get like people, they need to like get used to everything, but this is why like some people should get spotters while in practice as well, because there were some people like swooping the corners while there's someone right underneath them, and we're doing too much speed to be doing that stuff. We're not at your local quarter-mile track or 3/8 mile or half mile, whichever you respectfully run, and I understand, but you can't just swoop it in and come in from one thing down to another, because these close-in speeds are serious and definitely not where you want to be doing that. I just thought that was scary. Like, if you're coming into the corner where you are, that's where you stay. You don't try to swoop it or anything like that. You need to be clear all the way around, and that's when I was telling Desmond to just, however you want to make the turn, just do it however you want. Like, come up half a groove and then bring it down, but you're all by yourself. Like, that's how I was telling him, because the last thing that we need is to be rebuilding a whole new car. But that's one thing that I realized. But these guys put on a great show. The Street Stock's 27 to start. That's pretty good. That tour is only going to grow with more people going to it, and it's great to see all these different people trying to race the same thing. You had Pat Thorne, Ryan Waterman, Morin. You had Goodman. You had Moore, Watson. You had who was, I can't remember who was in the 17R. Someone told me, but I don't know. Who else was there? Jimmy Jr., Solinsky. You had fucking Charlie Baldwin himself was out there racing laps. I mean, this guy shows up and he's got someone carrying his fucking driver's suit and water bottles and all this stuff. This guy's a superstar. I went over to him and I was like, damn, I need to be as good as you someday so I can have that happen. He's like, it's all tricks of the trade, and he's definitely a cool dude, and definitely appreciate him having us put a sticker on his ride for DNL Auto, and also the owner for DNL Auto for coming and shooting the shit with me for a little bit. And definitely glad to meet those guys, because they have a hell of a wheelman behind that wheel, and definitely a respectful driver. But like I said, like he had Baldwin. I'm trying to remember everybody. He had Phillips there. I'm trying to read windshields in my mind right now. Hewins, you had Chris Randall, like I said, but like this, there's just a variety of people from all over, from Maine to southern New Hampshire, that are all racing together, and I think that's a cool thing, and I'm definitely all for it. Hopefully they continue to grow and go to different places, because that's what the NHMS tour was, and it only got bigger, and then it dropped off a little bit, but it's starting to get bigger again. But at the same time, the drivers, they promote this stuff, you know what I mean? All these guys, you are the driving force of why this works or doesn't work, and that's what I try to tell everybody. But it was just cool to see. And then people just saying like it's a late model versus, everybody is on the same thing. I mean, there's fucking maybe 12 rules, 15 rules. I mean, it's not hard to build a car. I know the chassis all in there. Jimmy Jr. even commented on the guy's post and said, I'll fucking jack it up, put it on jack stands. You can come see whatever you want. So hopefully that figures out, because I don't care. I don't, at the end of the day, I don't have a street stock. I don't care, but people do their homework. People don't do their homework. I've had my ass handed to me. I've won races. It just all depends on what you're doing. And I still suck. So maybe hopefully one day I fucking make it click. Other than that, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, mods went out there. MRS John McKennedy won it. Good old Ronnie Williams and Woody Pitcat came in second and third. Definitely cool to see the mods there. I think it was like 15 deep, but people were complaining about that. But I mean, I don't know let's try to word this a little bit decent. I don't know what the tour is, so I don't know why so little people showed up. It might be just because it's New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Not many people, with how prices are right now, are going to do with everything. I mean, fucking $200 a tire for a mod. I mean, those in the bank racers, they can't really fucking do that stuff. But at the same time, you're running a fucking mod, so you better put your ducks in a row. I get it. It's two different things, but I couldn't tell you. But of course, people bitch about it and cry, and it is what it is. I mean, they moved on. But as I said, John McKennedy, Ronnie Williams, and Woody Pitcat rounded out the top three. Trucks were out. Next, Devin Deshays. Oh, I hope I said that right. I meant to come see you guys. I definitely will send you a sticker now. Won that race. Gerard came in second, and Carlos Souza came in third. So definitely cool to see. Nonetheless, New Hampshire Motor Speedway, I mean, we had to get the race in no matter what. And even if it was on Easter and some people were mad about it, which I understand. I would have rather been at the track, but I understood that I had to go and deal with family stuff. I mean, it's Easter, you know what I mean? And a lot of families had to do that, but a lot of families understood what's going on. But Oxford starts next week, so they couldn't really move it around. You know what I mean? We had Easter or nothing. So I'm glad that they tried to get it in, and definitely cool to see. It was a great learning experience for us at the Skillins crew. I mean, we got some work to do. Try to figure out why we're blowing off spark plugs and figure out that, and it just felt flat, he said. So Nick Skillings, he blew up on Friday. We got a motor. As you guys saw on my Facebook page, we had a bunch of people over doing that, and we had pretty much everything together. And then cylinder 4 filled up with water, so we had to redo that and get everything, put another head on, and, and just figure it out. And it was just I guess it was a shit show over there Saturday, but nonetheless, we got it back together, and they're going to the Bunny Brawl, they said. So we'll see what we shoot for that. Nonetheless, Christian Keller from Langley Speedway over in Virginia, he went out and won his opening race in the U cars. Definitely a supporter of this podcast. Known him for a little bit through Dustin and talking to all those guys, Big Mike, Jesse, all those guys. So definitely congrats to Christian on his win. Definitely have a shit show to deal with the fucking announcer there that put the race winning sign over my sticker, but nonetheless, I'm just joking with you. Definitely cool to see. Wayne Locklair went out to Florence, and Thursday night he told me, I'm gonna go get a checker for you, and I go, you fucking better, because you're a fucking wheelman, so hopefully you can. And no shit at all. Street stocks, he went out and he ran the top line, and I'm sitting there watching, and I'm like, dude, are you gonna get the fuck down? But finally he got it down, and definitely won there. Daniel Humphreys, another supporter of the podcast that has our sticker on his car, came off a 2 on the first lap and did a beautiful 360. I mean, you guys should have seen this stuff. It looked beautiful. If you guys go over to his page, Daniel Humphreys Racing, it'll be right there. You guys can see that stuff. I mean, beautiful. Put it right back straight, put it in right back into drive gear, and went. So that was cool to see. But nonetheless, if you use Keller or a Wayne in the promo code thing on standard shipping, the $5.99 or the $4.99 shipping on any Roughing Fenders podcast swagger off the website at www.roughingfenderspodcast.com. Definitely you get free shipping off of that if you do the standard. So definitely just our way of saying thanks for running our sticker and congrats on your win. I can't send them beer through the mail unless I can, but we'll figure that out later on. But that's one way we're doing it right now. We'll definitely do it later on in the year as well. For other drivers around the Northeast and the South and everything. Like if you win with my sticker, I'll send you a shirt or do something with it, or we'll figure something out. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, Definitely congrats to those two. More to come. Definitely congrats to John McKennedy, Derek Lukaki, Austin McDonald, Nick Anderson, Jimmy Jr. Definitely congrats to all you guys as well. But this upcoming week is this weekend. It is the Bunny Brawl at Star Speedway. Definitely my first race, getting my feet wet with the whole sponsoring thing. So I know I talk a lot of shit and people are like, oh, people aren't going to sponsor you with how you act and everything like that. Well, at the end of the day, this is a hobby and I just enjoy it, and I just appreciate everybody that does support the podcast, that does listen to it, that does download it, that does sponsor it. I appreciate all you guys, and you guys make it possible, and definitely just a big help to myself while doing my family life and being able to continue to bring you guys content and going from there, you know what I mean? So it's definitely just one of those things, and I can't thank you guys enough. And but as I was saying, it's my first year doing like a sponsor thing, you know what I mean? And definitely just one of those things. But nonetheless, the Bunny Brawl is next weekend. And they had their test and tune this past Saturday, with a couple people going out and testing that stuff. But nonetheless, the Bunny Brawl starts at 1:00 for the family, so you guys can go do an Easter egg hunt and enjoy your kids running around looking for eggs and all that stuff. And it's just cool, and there's prizes and there's candy and there's all this stuff, and it's just cool to see. And then the racing starts at 4 p.m. So what they're trying to do is that if we bring more cars in, the winnings go up. So pretty much it's so like how they first started it was $500 to win. If mini stocks brought 15 cars, and it was $750 to win if the Woodies brought 20, and it pretty much just went up from there. So so Weber upped it and goes, well, if you guys can bring 20, the mini stocks will run for $750, and the Woody Street stocks will, if they get over 25 cars at the big track, you guys will run for $1,000. You know what I mean? So 26. If you bring 26, I'll make it $1,000 to win. Same winner's share. Whole lot less money out of your pockets and everything like that. So with that being said, 790 is the tire rules. There's no tire sales. You bring what you have. I don't think they're going to turn away new tires or anything like that. If people have their stuff in, they do. But it's less money out of your pocket. You pay for a registration fee, pit pass, so you're spending $55. Hold on, let me reread that. Oh, okay. So what he's doing is if you registered for the year, $50, there's no registration fee. If you're just registering for the day, it's only $25 with the pit pass being $35 for non-members if you don't have your your membership card. So in all, you're spending $60 and you can try to win $1,000. And I mean, I would try for that, but definitely that's cool to see for the guys. No money out of our pockets except for probably fuel, and then and travel, and you get to maybe walk away with $1,000, and then it tears down from there. Also, excuse me, they did the mini stocks, and then you have the K-Cob open. Pretty much, I think it's anything but a dwarf, anything that is a dwarf car. Just bring it and just figure it out. 500 to win for 30 laps, 300 for second, and 1/3 is 150. I mean, that's pretty decent for coming off of places, a division that wasn't getting paid at all. You know what I mean? You guys were just racing to race. Definitely Justin Harris and Andrew Harmon, and I'll give my hat off to Ben Bazowski to build that so people could be racing for something again. You know what I mean? And nonetheless, Star also putting up money, or K-Cub putting up money. I don't know which one it is. It's either both or the other. I just don't want to be wrong here, and I'm not doing one thing or another. I'm just saying it's cool to see that the dwarf cars are getting some payout, and definitely better than just going to race for a make-believe trophy that they were. Long story short, I'm glad that they're racing for something and nothing anymore. So I stopped, so people don't think I'm fucking saying anything, which I'm not. So nonetheless, hopefully we see some mini stocks out there. You get the race for 3 times what you're going to get paid for a win. If we're pumped about fucking $50, then you'll be fucking pumped for fucking another 500, 550. So hopefully we see mini stocks out there, street stocks. I'm yelling at everybody to get out there. While I was at Loudon, to try to get people there for the Bunny Brawl. Other than the 3 divisions that are running, we are also running the 4 cylinders, the 6 and 8 cylinders, which is a lot of fun. I ran a minivan there. I think it was the inaugural Bunny Brawl. Definitely a lot of body sway in that fucking bitch. Definitely 10 out of 10 would recommend if you're trying to have fun. Definitely wish I saw that taxi cab that hit me right in the fucking driver's door so I could ship him off to turn 2 in the pricker bush and follow him in. But nonetheless, we had fun doing that, and definitely the Bunny Brawl is an enjoyable event for all the family, and definitely hope to see you guys all out there for that stuff. Which follows into the next weekend, which is opening day at Star, which is April 30th, which is the full slate of cars that's gonna be there. Excuse me. Hold on. Oh, I'm fighting beer bubbles here. I apologize. I tried to find their thing, but nonetheless, they have they have is that the yeah. Dude, anyways, we'll edit we'll edit this out. Nonetheless, we have opening day at Star Speedway. Slingshots, mini stocks, street stocks, pier stocks, slingshots, 350 mods. What else? 6 shooters. Definitely just a full slate. If I'm oversaying what's going to be there, just I'm sorry. I don't have a schedule right in front of me, but I don't want to not list someone and get a message in my inbox saying, why didn't you mention us? Anyways, definitely going to be a cool year. This year we have over 100 signed up at Star. So the pits will be full and the car counts will be great. And we have the King or Queen series happening for the pier stocks and 6 shooters. We got the street stocks, fast 40s, and the street stocks in general racing there. 350 supers are always enjoyable to watch. Classic night, all that stuff. But nonetheless, the slingshots, me and Bobby teamed up and we're like, he was like, he came to me and he was like, let's give them something a little bit more to do it. And I was like, okay, we'll shoot for the moon, man. I'll do whatever. If that means I have to sell a little bit more of DQ coupon books, we can do it. You know what I mean? But he was like, if they have 22 cars, we do the Roughing Fenders podcast full field bonus. And I was like, okay, that's fine. He's like, yeah. So like 500 to win, 350 to second, which is winning. Pay for the slingshots there on any given night and everything like that, just to build car count, just to give you guys some more cash in your pocket for coming out and supporting us. So I definitely definitely cool to be on top of that. Late models. Forgot the late models. I'm sorry, Charlie Rose. Hopefully Charlie Rose comes out of retirement and napping and goes 3 for 3 on opening day, but he's definitely got a big field coming for him opening day. But nonetheless, going back to what I was talking about, the slingshots, 500 to win, 350 for second, and I think it was like 200 for third. Don't quote me on that. I'm going to have to go look at it again. I'm not a very organized fucking person. I'm all hit or miss. I mean, I just jumped around this whole thing that I wrote out for myself to talk to you guys about, and I still jumped around and did all this other shit. Nonetheless, I can't thank you guys enough for listening to me blabber and fucking talk shit and all that stuff. And I know I piss off some of you guys and with everything that I said, and nonetheless, I just enjoy what I do, and I enjoy racing at the end of the day. And if people say I'm bad for racing, then I'll be bad for racing as long as people listen to me. And if people listen to me and they take 50% of it and run with it, I'm happy. You know what I mean? And that's how everybody does it. Even Dave Moody said it himself. So it's just one of those things, and I appreciate everybody from north to south, literally, that sponsor that support me and ask for banners and shirts and stickers and all that stuff. Like, I don't mind sending you guys anything, and people reaching out and asking to come on and everything like that. Like, I can't thank you guys enough, and we're definitely going to do the road tour again. We're going to get back into that. We're trying to get our feet underneath ourselves again. Oh, with all the kids. Excuse me, with the kid coming and 3 hours of sleep and trying to get everything done, happy at the house, happy everywhere, you know what I mean? So that's what we're doing, but we'll start getting back to it. We got a couple people that we want to bring on. Just one more thing that I want to touch on before I list off the sponsors. Thank everybody for listening. I just don't understand how anybody can, and he did own up to it at the end of the day, but everybody takes shit, and everybody hears stuff and everything like that. But at the end of the day, there's some people that is just one area that they think that they do nothing wrong. Like, literally, I have a fucking t-shirt made for someone that thinks they did nothing wrong and everything like that, that everybody makes mistakes and which I get, and I'm all for it and everything like that. But I'm not going to sit here and have people just down bad or downplay what happened today in the late models, and there's no excuse for it. And it was definitely on an instant thing, and it definitely a bad part on the spotter. I hope he figures out something else to do, or the driver does something else. I don't know, whichever you guys want to figure out there. Nonetheless, with how many people that race against the kid, this is nothing new, so it is what it is, and it's just weird. I mean, you can't just say we move on when you just literally piled 2 fucking late models. Hopefully you didn't say that to Derek after you fucking wrecked him. Hopefully you didn't. But nonetheless, it's not my business. I'm just bad for racing, no matter if I tell people how it is, whether it's my view or not, and people don't like it, and it's okay, and I move on, and people somewhat move on, or whatever the case may be. It's just always this one little group that just thinks no one does anything wrong, and hopefully someday they fucking figure out when they do something wrong to, which he did. He did move. He owned up to it, and then he said we move on, but nonetheless, I guess you just have to please who's on your on your cars, no matter who the fuck you race against, unless you're fucking picking your car up out of the fucking concrete wall at the end of the day. But people race the way there is, and my dad would beat my ass if I fucking did that, not stick up for me on Facebook. Nonetheless, hopefully you guys figure that out. Hopefully you guys find a new fucking spotter, because that was fucking shit. And I'll say that any day of the week. But nonetheless, 2 cars got fucking killed for no reason at all, and as he said, we move on. But nonetheless, I can't do this stuff without the support of all you guys, all the follows and everything. But nonetheless, the sponsors of the podcast itself, Kenny's Auto and Truck Repair, 24/7 light and heavy repair and custom hydraulic hoses made on site. Jay Kenny is definitely the guy that you need. Give him a call at 978-483-1713. His buddy Nick Saba at A&A Auto Care, with prices that are fair and work that's done great. Give A&A Auto Care a call at 781-933-8070. Justin's Roofing, 603-438-4805. Roofing all over New England. I have to get a hold of him to come and do my own fucking house soon because the old man's slacking. So definitely going to have to get a dumpster over there and get some of Justin's guys over, and I can't thank him enough for helping me out with that stuff. Jerry's General Maintenance out of Rhode Island, Jerry D. Still waiting to hear from him. If I keep holding my breath on a phone call, I'm going to fucking die. Nonetheless, he's definitely a big supporter of the podcast. Definitely a great dude. I can't wait to go over to Seekonk with him and enjoy everything that Seekonk has to offer over there throughout the year, and definitely bring in a different side of racing from a different track, you know what I mean? Same with Stafford, Waterford, oh boy, Waterford, and and nonetheless, like all the tracks, you know what I mean? And especially Star with everything that they're doing this year, it's definitely cool to see. But give Jerry's General Maintenance a call if you guys need anything done, yard picked up, the snow's gone, anything like that. Give him a call at 401-265-0968. Definitely a great guy. Definitely a guy I'd send you to. Profab metal fabrication, Profab high performance, Profab hack when he first started, like he told me. Bobby Melvin, if you saw Melvin this weekend riding on his little Schwinn bike that he used to race on, definitely give him a pat on the back for doing that. Definitely a cool dude, and also a sponsor on the podcast. He does all this other stuff. He did the flag stand. He does ramps for Justin Beecher to get his mod into his trailer. 350 Super Street Stocks. You name it, he'll do it. You know what I mean? He's doing a SCCA car soon, so he does everything. Give him a call at 978. I say fucking yawn. Of course I did. Give him a call at 978-490-8340. Another sponsor of the podcast who did the Rookie of the Year, the Pure Stocks that Steve Grant couldn't fucking figure out who the fuck he was. Ridge Runner, Matt Robinson of Robinson Motorsports. Definitely a great guy. Does everything that you need. Doing cages, fab work, building a whole car for you. Definitely another fab guy on his way up. Give him a call at 603-554-2429 if you guys need anything done. E&K Automotive, they do wood chippers, fucking tractors, they do all this other shit. It's always something new. Tanks, anything automotive. Give Everett a call over at EK Automotive at 603-801-5066. Andrew's Handyman Services, scrap in the yard, anything, junk cars with cats still on it, definitely gives you the best prices for everything. Get a hold of Andrew's Handyman Services at 603-327-7155. J&D Power Equipment, Incorporated Generator Sales and Service, with over 30 years of servicing New England with anything from fucking generators that you run at the track to commercial use. Give J&D Power Equipment a call at 603-463-8030. Cole Companies, Randy Cole, he'll do ice boxes, he'll do walk-in refrigerators, he'll do heating, he'll put heat in your wrap shop for Connor McDougal. He does it all. He's definitely a great guy, and if you guys need anything done, give him a call at 978-304-1389. New England Racing News for the tape recorder I didn't even use this weekend. I'm sorry for stepping on my dick, everybody. I wish I got interviews, but over the year I'll definitely get the interviews that I want with people and definitely come see you at your home track and everything like that. Helger South Coast Power Equipment, Rich Helger. He's definitely a cool dude. Got a hold of me. He's like, yeah, I got 7 cars. Can you send me stickers? I was like, yeah, I can send you stickers, man. I appreciate it. He's definitely cool. He does, he sells, all the stuff from commercial use to not recreational, but at home use, trimmers, hedge cutters, chainsaws, zero turns, accessories for your tractors, you know what I mean, everything. So if you guys need any of that, definitely a great family to get a hold of, and definitely great prices all around. That is Helger's South Coast Power Equipment Sales Service and Rentals at 774-264-9550. This past weekend, we went and saw him. Enjoy Loudon came in 7th. In the Street Stocks, James Goodman of Benny's Body Shop and Automotive Repair. He'll do race cars, like I shared on the Facebook. On the Facebook page. He'll do anything, your cab corners, anything that body or automotive related. Give him a call at 207-745-3040. Make sure you guys go and buy shirts. Get a hold of me if you guys want stickers. I got to get another re-up. I already went through 100 fucking stickers, so I can't thank you guys enough for running my stickers on your cars. I appreciate it. Or your dailies, like some people did, and just all the support all around, including the sponsors and everybody that gets a hold of me when I'm doing all this stuff and talking bullshit, whether if I'm the bad guy or not. I definitely appreciate all you guys. Definitely a cool 2022 year that we had. Oh, fuck. Well, we'll continue here. 2022 year that we're embarking on, and I probably used that wrong. But nonetheless, getting started, it should be a cool thing. See different tracks, enjoy Boone Man's presence, and definitely bring them out to the track so everybody can meet them and enjoy them and all that stuff. And another thing that I didn't get to do because it rained out Saturday was present our new thing, which is the DQ shirt. The DQ shirt, I mean, you guys don't get points, you guys don't get money, you guys don't get the trophy. We might as well give you a shirt and say thank you for trying, you know what I mean? And it comes with the DQ sticker as well for 2022. So I'll definitely keep in contact and figure out what's going on there for that. Definitely stay above who's getting DQ'd, and we'll definitely ask you what your shirt size is and send you out a shirt. So nonetheless, that's cool. It says I earned mine, and it's literally, it has to be earned. If you guys want, like if you guys really wanted to fucking have a DQ shirt, I put it up for $100 on the website. So if it's like Deer and Dyer, either bend the rules and get caught like the rest of us did, or pay the $100. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, I appreciate everybody that supports me, but nonetheless, make sure you guys go to www.roughandfenderspodcast.com. Go get your shirts. We're gonna have new ones coming out shortly for the Gen 4 cheater cars, steering box saviors, steering box heroes, whatever you guys want to call them. Definitely cool things that we fucking hand drawn ourselves, and that's been a long process, but we're slowly getting there. I still have to like paint within the lines, but nonetheless, we're making that work. I definitely appreciate you guys all listening to the podcast. Definitely appreciate all the sponsors that helped me do this podcast throughout the years. And everybody that sends me kind words or hurtful words, which I don't give a shit about, but might as well include you guys as well. But we got the DQ shirt, so make sure you guys bend the rules. We got the Leaf Spring King. We got all these other shirts that you guys can enjoy, even Rough and Fenders podcast shirts. So just go on the website, order it. If you guys use the promo code Keller or Wayne, you get the $4.99 shipping for free. So if you do the $4.99 shipping way and you enter that code, it's free. So you don't have to spend fucking $5 if you bought like 6 shirts. You don't have to spend $30 in shipping, and that's what's calculated into my we'll do quotation marks profit here, because everything just goes right back into the podcast. I can't take a vacation. You know what I mean? So, yeah, nonetheless, I appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you guys go buy your shirts. Keep listening to the podcast. We got more stuff coming, more stuff to do, and definitely look forward to 2022 at Seekonk and going to see like our home track star and going to see Seekonk, I meant to say, Waterford, Stafford for the Sizzler and all that stuff. But nonetheless, man, I appreciate everybody that listened to this stuff. And I wish I could have gone live and everything, but I mean, at the same time, it's 11:45 at night and I'm doing this. So this is what drives me. I enjoy talking to you guys, and I definitely appreciate you guys listening to me and giving me your insights on certain things. And then I go back and we'll talk about it a little bit. But nonetheless, I can't thank you guys enough. And definitely appreciate you guys all listening to me talk about New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We got the Bunny Brawl coming up. We got opening day coming up. Definitely we'll be at track doing interviews with you guys before you guys go out there and step on your dick. So definitely, as I said, thank you guys for all listening. And yeah, that's it. Deuces.